Hello, everybody. Blake Mackey here once again for another episode of Corporate Liberation. Today's topic is goes out to everyone growing in America. Today's topic is no one likes to hear a sob story in corporate. This can be in any field. This could be in athletics. This could be in anything. Moving forward in your life after going through a challenging time, a bigoted situation, a wrongdoing, an unfair firing, a blackballing, a unfair treatment that you want gone through in an organization. I want to express what you must do on the back end in order to be accepted in society. And what we must do after going through these things is forget about it. I don't understand why it's that way. But the culture is no one likes to hear a sob story, no matter how justified or how terribly tragic that situation was and how wrong you were done in that situation. So we have a culture in corporate America where no one likes to hear a sob story. But there are tons of sob stories. Example. My company had layoffs last month and they fired 90% of the black people, 50% of the Hispanics, and they were justified in doing that by management picking and choosing who gets to stay and who gets to go. And no one was accountable, but I lost my job because, hell, I think it was because of the color of my skin. Now you want to get employed at the next place, and they sit down on your interview and they say, "So, what made you leave Cellcore?" In the back of your mind is, well, they're racist and they fired everybody black, and I was one of them. But you have to give the politically correct answer. Oh, it was time for positions to be reallocated, and I didn't make it through the layoff process, and my position was then eliminated and taken on by a computer or something. Make up some fluff and pretend you're just a happy person that is willing to go through hell at the next place. Because culturally, no one wants to hear a sob story. Sad but true. Does this mean that no one wants to have accountability for evil, for wrongdoing? Does this mean everyone's covering for the evildoers? I'm not sure. But anytime you feel like you need to speak the truth in regards to a situation, you're not doing yourself any favors because no one wants to hear a sob story. For example, another example, let's say you are a college quarterback for the University of Arkansas. You're black, doesn't really matter, black, white. But come your senior year, after showing great potential in your earlier years, your senior year, you get benched. They bring in a younger quarterback, less talent. Team goes 5-5. You sit the bench the entire year. But you still want to go play on in the NFL, CFL. But then the new coaches that you're trying out for want to know, how's your relationship with your last coach? Well, no one wants to hear a sob story. Dear youth athletes, if you go through a situation like this, your immediate answer is great. You say, awesome, I love coach, blah, blah, blah. Because any other answer is the wrong answer. If you immediately say, I don't appreciate how coach blah, blah, blah set me on the bench when I was the best quarterback and a proven starter senior and was the best athlete on the field, not let alone the team. That's going to send energies to the new coach that might kill your chances. So you can't tell the truth. Therefore, you can't tell the truth, or it will hurt your chances. Now, there are roads, the road to the NFL, NBA, there are always obstacles in the way. It's never streamlined. Even the guys that go straight out of high school have major obstacles. Major obstacles. You might be the best athlete in the world. Well, you better be the best athlete in the world if you're going to overcome those obstacles. But there are obstacles for the best athletes in the world. Some that never played NBA, college, or anything past high school. But you're the best athlete in the world at that time. So these obstacles can come in the form of coaches, politics is what they call them. Too much politics in football. Too many politics. That's what they say. What is the politics that you have to follow are well, it just depends on which place you go to, but they're all there. Which institution you're a part of, they're there. I will never know what it truly takes to have success in a political sports organization because I've never experienced it. I was not made it, I didn't make it past the social acceptance. Everyone's not welcome in the NFL. People have different reasons, different avenues, different energies brought them to that opportunity. And if you're the person who did not get that opportunity, don't feel uninvited. Everybody there is who they are. Everybody is their own person. You know nothing about what you missed out on because missing out might have been the best blessing for you. Oh, you didn't get invited into the network of good old boys, the network of social acceptance, the network of the perfect life, at least on the surface. So now you have to take a look at yourself, reflect why, understand why, and accept less in a way. Less money, less intention, less fame, less chance to continue to cultivate your skills in the profession that you chose as an athlete. So it's a hit. It's a hit on your personality, your identity, especially when you're truly gifted and you have a sob story. Well, what happened? Now, that sob story could come from personal reasons. Some people could have their career tainted by hmm, everything, anything. You could have the wrong name. You could be associated with people or something that you have nothing to do with. You can have too many, I don't know. But it is we'll have, I don't know, I'll have to I get someone's opinion on um, the NFL and their experiences inside of the NFL as far as the political ish situation. I heard Marshawn Lynch talk about code switching a lot in the NFL. You have to code switch. That means you have to be someone different while you're in the environment of the organization and around the staff and owners and coaches. It's a pool that is called a life, really. If you're accepted, you know it. You keep your head high in that moment. If you're persecuted, you see it. It's kind of sad what they do to college athletes sometimes because you could feel like you're the only person who cares that you're getting lynched, swiped with a whip, lashes, but none of them actually ever hit your skin. They just hit the papers. You know, the local town papers, and it's legal, but you're the only person who cares because you and your family, probably you, a little more, because we all are fighting our own battles in this world. We all are pushing for better in a world full of privilege and notoriety, um, being attached to something great is important. Oh, I played for the Broncos. Oh, I played for the Chiefs. I went to Harvard. I graduated from Harvard. But yeah, my overall point for today is really just to remind everybody when you're in these corporate environments, understand that you have to play the role that not necessarily play the role, be yourself, relax. However, when it comes to sob stories and telling the truth about what happened to you in the past, if you want to stick around, if you want an opportunity to join that organization you're applying to, you are a part of already, your best bet is to keep everything positive, keep it high. I mean, you can people are themselves, so speak your truth at all cost. However, if you would like to join a football, basketball, you have to come with more positive than negative. I'm sure there are plenty of people who made it through the ranks in the NFL that gone through hard times. I'm sure they're the same as the people who didn't. We always have to remember that, especially when you're young. It's like I got a lollipop when you're a baby and you don't want to share it. But that lollipop is now $1 million contract or $400,000 contract. Either way, it's a pretty good lollipop that your counterparts, your peers, did not receive. And what truly does that mean? They're rich? No. They have a little bit of money that can probably do a lot more for themselves. That's all it should mean. They're blessed with a little bit of money to sustain and live, but it's turned into I am in this elite class that now illuminates me to a higher social status where I am now looked upon as a symbol of success, someone who has financial freedom, who's rich, who's balling, but you're just an athlete trying your hardest to perfect your craft. And at the same time, you have to remember not to believe what everybody else believes about you. Oh, you're rich, you're famous. You might start believing that I'm rich, I'm famous, I'm the best, I'm Superman. It's okay to believe, think highly, but remember who you are, because hard times are coming for everybody and no one has crystal ball. Everything's not perfect. Fly high. Fly high. That's what I can say. So yeah, politic a little. That's how you can avoid wasting time. If you're a superstar basketball player and let's say you're there are thousands of reasons why a university can decide that you're not gonna play, or a coach can decide that. Maybe he has his job threatened. Maybe if he doesn't comply with what's going on, he can lose his job. So he has to basically take orders. That happens at universities. There's power, control, and everything. So young athletes, don't feel upset that your name didn't get called in the NFL draft. Don't feel upset that you didn't get invited to the combine. There are so many layers to reality besides that opportunity that is dangled in your face and snatched, and you didn't get even a chance to taste it. There are so many realities that are greater than that illusion that participate in that opportunity existing for real. Don't feel bad, because the best always have the biggest battles. The toughest have the toughest battles. You think you're going to be tested lightly by God? No. You're going to get tested to the max. You're going to be tested to the max. So yes, in this world, anything can happen. Let's say you're the best. I'm just going off the top of the head here. You are the best free safety. You're the best. I'm trying to go off a position. I'm not even thinking about someone had a bad experience, because a lot of people have had a bad experience in football as far as not getting the opportunities to further their career. And it's a tough pill to swallow, especially when you're the best and you value yourself as the best and you worked all your life at that sport. Most people play college football, played that sport their whole life. 10, you know, 4 years in high school, 4 years Pop Warner. That's 10 years. After a while, you think about it. You've been playing a sport that you loved since for years. You mastered it after college. It's a tough sport. You might feel like you're the fastest thing in the world. You're the strongest thing in the world. You're the best talented. You know you're destined for stardom. Look at me. I'm great. I'm amazing. I'm the fastest thing ever made. You might feel that way. But that talent can be used against you to end your career or never have it begin in the first place. How good you are brings the attention. Now you're scrutinized for everything. Now you're scrutinized for everything. You have to not have a sob story. Despite being in a sob story. How much sense does that make? That is the culture that you're up against. But you cannot be untrue to yourself. Just I guess I can say just don't talk a lot. That's my only advice. But you still have to network, you still have to politic in order to make it to the next level a lot. So code switch, build relationships, do the best you can. But understand that if your number didn't get called, the reasons are infinite of why not. If you're the best. If you're not the best, the reasons are infinite because not the best get opportunities to play in the NFL all the time. But, everybody doesn't get that opportunity, however you want to look at it. So, my point is that's my recommendation. Sob stories. You have to pretend like they don't exist in the NFL, NBA. But now, in the time of social media, things are changing. The NFL is facing very extreme difficulty today with COVID, with, you know, everything that's going on. But it really makes you think, what are we doing here in life? We worship football. Now we can't even go to the games. It's all gravy. But just talking off the top, no unlike sad sob stories, but you're from a sob story. So it's tough mountain to climb. All I could say is ball out when you get the opportunity because that's what you want to do. Prove you're the best by your performance. Yes, sir. So, with that being said, bite your tongue once you get into college, once you get invited to the University of Indiana's alumni ball, and your coach asks you about your high school coach. and how he's doing and how the program is. Say good things. While you're in that organization, play the rules. Get as far as you can because it's not going to do you any good to tell them the truth because it might be a sob story. So keep all those sob stories to yourself in corporate, especially in athletics. Sad to say. I'm not saying that because I advise it. I'm saying it because that's what the culture demands, unfortunately. I got sob stories for days if I was to go into athletics and experiences with organizations and coaches and politics and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I got so many sob stories, but I forgot them all. You got to forget them. Move on. Use your same kinetic energy to affect the world differently. Use all the energy that they created. They help you create in different ways. Don't feel bad after they shut the door in your face and you don't get to go to the NFL. Don't sit there and cry. Use that energy in different ways. Stay in shape. Change sports. You're only that athletic once. They shut you down in basketball. Go try out for the arena team. Football. They shut you down in football. Go run summer track. They shut you down in track. Go play football. Come with a smile on your face when you do it and not a sob story in your heart. That's what I call code switching. Show up as a new individual. Smile on your face. What happened your senior year? Oh, I got an extra year from, or what happened your senior year? Oh, this is what you want to say. Oh, the coach didn't play me down and ruin my stats, and I have no college film and no NFL team touched me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but you're here to run track, right? Yep. 2 months removed of the worst thing of your life. Hey, so what happened your senior year? Oh man, we had a tough one. We only went 5-5. You know, new coach. We just didn't work out. Things just didn't click. Oh, that's too bad. Well, welcome to my track club. Let's go out here and run. Okay, sir, let's run. Let's do this. Let's train. Let's set records. That's a more political request, or our response to a sob story. I'm trying to prepare your minds in case you ever come across that problem. Anyone's mind out there. And that sob story goes for athletics, for corporate, anything. Don't come with the sob story first. You're not you don't have to tell the truth too much on that end because it's not going to get you anywhere. And people automatically start getting self-conscious about themselves when you start telling them how you were done wrong, because those individuals probably have done people wrong, just like that coach. Every year, they might be doing someone wrong at that moment by you coming into their environment and saying, so and so did me wrong, automatically put you down as a threat to them, because now when you come to their school, if you get done wrong, you're going to be talking about them just like you're talking about the other coach. So now you are definitely untouchable. But does that make sense? I'm going to say it again. Let's say you're going to the NFL, and the NFL coach asks you, how is your coach, high school coach or your college coach? And you say, I hate my college coach. He's a freaking devil himself. He worships the freaking Satan of the earth. And then you say, what? And the coach says, what? And then you say, yeah, I don't fuck with that dude. Okay. That's going to make him feel uneasy. He might worship the Satan of the earth too. That's a little extreme, but for example, better example would be, okay, I don't like him because he didn't throw me the ball at all this year. And he lied about me on my scouting report. I don't know. There's 1,000 things that happen. We got to realize that the energy does not belong to the wrongdoer. The energy is free in the world. So whatever energy you're experiencing is not because of the wrongdoer. So that might help you. You don't have to tell anything about your past experience if it was a bad one. You can just think about the positive. No one wants to bring a scared cat home, a wounded animal. Now, hopefully, my perception has helped somebody understand just a little better. I'm still learning, I'm still growing in corporate environments and political situations myself, so I don't know all the answers. But we have a tough road to go in these corporations. So Just do the best you can out there until you can step away and relax. 'Cause there's too many people playing these roles, and it gets annoying. Some people are born to play those roles. That's who you're competing against. So don't be Braxton if you're not Braxton. Be yourself. Jamie Foxx show. Braxton. Braxton was a funny dude. I wonder how he's doing. I hope he's doing well. Well, anyways, check out the book, You Are Welcome, Mindsets for Longevity in Corporate America. Click the link below. Check out the photography. Click the link below. Blake T. Mackey World Photography. Home decor, office decor, anywhere decor. Anybody out there who needs assistance in the real estate market, California, Colorado, or Nevada, click the link below. Give me a shout. Use that energy from the sob story to fuel you in a positive way, in a positive direction. They can't take the energy you bring to the table. Blake T. Mackey, Corporate Liberation. Thank you for listening.